You know, when you were in high school and you would rehearse for the school musical, you would have months before you opened. You would rehearse for like 3 to 4 months sometimes. And even in college, I would rehearse for months. In professional musicals, this isn't the case. Usually you rehearse from like 2 to 4 weeks, 6 weeks max, but usually like Broadway shows will do 6 weeks. And that's usually if it's a brand new show that they're trying to figure out. But for most like regional theater, you're rehearsing for 2 to 4 weeks. And sometimes you do more than 1 week of tech week, which is crazy because in high school you would just rehearse for kind of a couple of months and then you'd have 1 week of tech week and then you'd open. Something that I didn't know is if you are opening a new musical that hasn't already been done before, you are going to be teching the show for multiple weeks. I did a national tour and it was the world premiere of that show. So they were having to figure out every technical element in the show as we were teching. So we had several weeks of tech where we were figuring all of that out. It was a lot. A typical process, you learn the whole show in about the first week, usually, or max like a week and a half, you've learned the whole show. So that means you already have to have the whole show memorized and you already need to know all of the blocking and all of the choreography. A lot of the time in professional theater, they want to be done quicker so that way they have lots of time to clean and do run throughs. That way the show looks very polished and clean. I feel like a lot of the time in high school, we would just like barely get the show done and then we would run it like for the first time like right before our first dress rehearsal. But you usually have a lot of time in professional shows to do multiple runs before you actually get to the space where you'll be performing, which is really great and helps you feel more prepared. But a lot of people don't know how fast that rehearsal process moves. It is quick and sometimes it is literally 2 weeks. Sometimes some of these regional theaters are crazy and they'll put those shows up so quick. So it's part of our job to just come in as prepared as we possibly can and ready to get the show up as fast as possible.